Hi, today is a Q&A video. So I am answering two questions I am asked often. The first is, why do I use Innerstand and what does it mean? To understand is to have a basic knowledge or comprehension of things. Many people are not aware that some language and words are encoded with curses and or inverted meanings. So when you separate under from stand, this then means you are under someone else's teaching or knowledge. It is not your own, and you're therefore programmable. Now, I grew up hearing Bob Marley's music on the radio. He was very famous at the time, still is, and he famously changed the word understand to overstand in his speech and song lyrics as an act of rejecting the knowledge of the oppressor. His intended meaning was to have more than basic comprehension, a greater knowledge beyond that which is taught or encouraged to accept. It's quite a bit windy today. I found both meanings to be out of balance with and not true to who we truly are as a soul being. Our consciousness, and therefore true knowledge, is from the soul. So pure conscious knowledge and comprehension of things can only come from within, the inner being, where our true power lies. For this understanding, we need to become fully conscious, because right now we are not, and it is a detriment to us. We need to return and reconnect to our true soul. So that is the reason I use the word understand both in my speech and in my book. Now, the second question has to do with anger and hatred. So I'm sometimes asked why I don't hate others or get angry often. So my answer to that is a really personal one. So my priority is self-love, which automatically eliminates any lower vibration against myself or my soul. So hatred itself vibrates near the vibration of death on the vibrational chart. I think it's called the Omega vibrational chart, which is even lower than violence. So there is no way that I would attack my soul with such violent energy. Anger is a direct attack on the cells. Can you imagine what such violence against your cells and your soul looks like? It is why I work on myself to remove these triggers, trigger points and woundings, so that I don't erupt and bleed all over someone else. Now, this is not to say that I don't get angry. We're all triggered because we all have pain body wounds, trauma wounds, all kinds of wounding even from past lifetimes. The trick is to not react in the moment and realize that you are being triggered. So I hope I've answered these two questions sufficiently. Another thing is, there are people who will constantly gaslight you to create a reaction. And oftentimes, those people are not within themselves or in their soul. They're being entity possessed in that moment. I know entity possession is not something that people want to hear about or talk about because it's a subject that they're in fear of. So this is why watching my video that I wrote about fear is not our own is a good one to go back to. When someone gaslights you, you become very defensive over time, and this becomes a part of your pain body. So yes, I do get angry because every human has a trigger point of anger that's being triggered in a moment. The response ability of the person is to stand in that moment and realize that their soul is being attacked. And that is what I do. I often walk away, for which I am accused of being rude, but the alternative is erupting on the other person, targeting their own soul through the vibration of anger, and disrupting my own cells in my body, as well as a small attack on my own soul. Now, holding this anger and this kinds of vibration in the body, what it does, it turns on the body, it turns on yourself, and it turns into illnesses and disease. So my choosing is to be in a state of self-love as much as I possibly can. And that is why I don't hate or get angry easily. And when I do, I try to get rid of it as quickly as possible out of my body, and I do not target another with it. So I hope, again, I extended it a little bit, but I hope this answered the questions in this Q&A. You can always email me any more questions or write them underneath the video. So thanks again, and have a great day. Thanks.